Hi everybody, Pedro with LTS, and I have here the new Beretta AX800. I got our first gun in. You'll be hard to see more of these throughout the website and other places for sale. As they're coming, they're going straight to the customers. There are many pre-orders have been placed. First impressions of the gun, as you can see, this is the 12 gauge 28 inches black synthetic version. There are other patterns that are going to come out eventually as they're trying to bring these guns in. I have shot this gun and I have a few comments about it. So let's start from the way it looks and everything that it has. On the very first thing, from back to front, you have the butt pad. If you're used to Berettas, you remember that Beretta has that micro cell pad, which is one of my favorites because it doesn't stick to your clothing. However, with heavy use, the pad can deteriorate over time. So they actually replaced the material on the pad on the new AX800. It is a rubber style pad. Feels much more durable and it still has some give to it when you press it. So I think it's already from the butt pad is already a better version. Going on to the stock. Let's talk about here. So stock, as you can see, looks completely different. You have spaces to put slings on the back. You have the standard style right on the bottom. And you have the second style right on the side for the QD mounts. You have your kickoff system and your buffer system on this gun. One major thing that they did is, if you are used to the Beretta A400 line, they use shims. The 390s, 91s, A400s, they use the shims in order to adjust cast and drop. This gun still uses shims, but it's a different design. Normally you would have the shims go right behind the receiver and another matching set that goes internally into the stock. Not on this gun. They have changed it to this new style now. As you can see, it's completely different. It's a single shim. One thing that I like that on this new style that they give you is on the previous version, you would say S, X, and DX. Most people don't know what that means. SX is left-handed, DX is right-handed. Since most people don't know what that means, it's pretty hard to identify which way the shims would go. So on this new style, they actually put right and left hand. So right there, you will say left hand or right hand. So for you to self-adjust, it's already an improvement. Moving on, your cone piece. It has this leather top, which feels really good in your hand. As you can see, it slides very easy, so it doesn't rub against your cheek when you're shooting. And then you have your grip. When fitting people for guns, I can always change the cast, the pitch, the drop, the length of pole. One thing I can't change is the grip. If it is too big, it is what it is. On this gun, they changed that. So this section of the grip that you see here comes off and you're able to replace it with two other sizes. So meaning if you have a smaller hand and you want to bring the grip a little bit forward to help you reach the trigger better and not bend your wrist all the way up, they offer now a replaceable grip where you can change to accommodate your hands better. So as far as the stock goes, I think all around many improvements have been done to this gun. Moving on to the action. The new polymer frame, I think it feels really nice. I think it is going to be good, especially on the hunting side where it won't scratch as easily. I think you won't show dings and scratches, because if you use your gun, you're going to have those. It's just normal. But I think it's a little more resistant to those things. Internally, you still have metal, which is the barrel extension. When you take an A400 apart, the silver metal that goes into the receiver, that's called your barrel extension, which is still there, made out of metal also. Your controllers, your bolt release and your charging handle, they're a little bit different. As you can see, is wider on both. Even your charging handle is wider. I like it a lot because to put your finger in and pull it back, it fills your finger really nice. It's not too small where it kind of pokes you. It's really easy to rack this gun. And then once racked, you have your button right here. Press the release. Very easy with any fingers. You can clearly feel it and it just releases it. So the buttons are also another upgrade that I also liked. And it has this ridges, the texture on it, that doesn't allow it, kind of helps not slide, and also on the button. So very nice touch there. One thing that I liked a lot is the trigger side. So let's see. The trigger has been changed to a flat tactical style trigger. There isn't much travel or squishy, let's call it. When you press the trigger, there's a little bit of front travel, which is normal, the engagement, and goes off. Very nice feeling trigger on your hands to press. As you know, if you have shot flat triggers before, you know they feel much nicer and a lot less squishy. Let me rack it from here and I can show you the movement. So it has the engagement piece and it goes right off. So, and it's a faster reset. Let's see, right there, goes off again. Very nice reset. Favorite part of the receiver is actually the safety. When you're hunting, your safety most likely is on, so the trigger doesn't go off. And you don't have to worry about where the safety is. You can clearly tell. It is huge. It is a big button right here. And you don't have to move your hands when you actually want to shoot. You can just press, shoot. Very easy to identify the safety. And for those that have hunting dogs that are used to this, the clicking sound is pretty, you can clearly hear the click. Nice clicking sound too. So triggers, safety, buttons, and action feels really nice. And you have, of course, your mounts here if you need to, as you did on the other one. Moving to the forend. One thing on the forend and the grip that they have in common, they have this rubbery texture on the bottom and on the grip. The gun is locked in your hand. It's really, you don't have to have a hard grip on it. It's just locked in there. It doesn't slide anywhere. And I'm not even holding the gun hard, and my hand is set. I have a feel, it feels like they made this gun to be shot easier. If you had gloves on, this gun is easier to shoot just because everything seems bigger and locked in place. Your buttons, if you have gloves, it's easy to press, to pull, to engage and disengage the safety. There's a lot of clearance on the trigger for you to put your hands in there. So as a duck hunting gun, this is fantastic. Let's go on the sides of the forends. They're a little bit fluted. So even though it looks bigger, it doesn't feel like it's a meaty, like a 2x4. It's just good size and allows you to place your hands on the larger grooves here that also have texture to place your hands in order to shoot. It kind of guides you right there. And you have your sling mounts here and on the other side, on both sides, and you have your stander on your forend cap too. Now, barrels. Barrels have been upgraded. So if Beretta has Stellium, Stellium Plus, Stellium Pro, Stellium Pro X. This gun now has Stellium Pro barrels. And if you don't know which gun that goes on, so a good comparison is the DT11, which is the competition gun for Beretta, has the Stellium Pro barrel. So length enforcing cones, better patterning is put into this gun. A lot of thought went behind this gun for hunters. Everything that they have put into it is not just a change. It looks like it was thought out. How can we make it better for usage? How can we make hunters use this gun and feel like the upgrades that were done are actually useful? So everything about it so far that I can see has been useful. I did shoot the gun, soft shooting, of course. The kickoff system, the gas system is soft. I did shoot 2 3/4, 1 ounce, 1250 feet per second, and I shot it very slow to see with a gun that handles 3.5 inch chamber, will it handle a 2 3/4 easily? And it did just fine. Standard clay load, 1 ounce, 1250, 2 3/4, and you went just fine. Overall, I like the gun. I even like the black version of it. It looks really, really cool. It feels really good in your hand. It is a good weight, and it actually feels good to shoot too. So Beretta, another nice gun for 2025. Hope you guys enjoy it.